Hey, listener aim. Great to have you with us again. Ready for another deep dive? Today, we're heading straight into the heart of Miami real estate.
It's a hot market for sure. Lots to unpack.
You got that right. We've been digging through articles, data, the works, and Miami. Well, let's just say it's rarely low-key.
That's an understatement.
To kick things off, anyone surprised to hear Miami's giving even Los Angeles a run for its money when it comes to, well, needing a lot of money to live there?
Not really. It's been climbing the ranks of least affordable cities. In fact, now it's second only to New York.
Wild, right. And one of the main culprits seems to be migration. People are packing up, leaving other states, and guess what? It's not just about the beach.
Taxes play a big role.
Yeah.
The articles highlight how folks are drawn to Florida's overall tax structure, especially compared to states with higher income taxes.
Makes you think, it's not just the sunshine and mojitos, though I'm sure those help. But, listener name, you know we like to dig deeper, because Miami's not all about those multi-million-dollar penthouses you see in magazines, right?
Definitely not. And that's where something like this Southplace City Center development caught my eye.
Yeah, this whole live work play thing.
Right, it's a buzzword, but it does reflect a trend mixed-use development. Instead of isolating residential, commercial, all that, they're trying to blend it. South Place, from what I gather, wants to be that self-contained neighborhood. Walk to work, grab groceries, maybe catch a show, all without needing a car.
Which, if you've ever experienced Miami traffic.
Makes total sense.
Oh.
And they're incorporating green spaces, even thinking about public transit options. It's responding to what a lot of urban dwellers are looking for these days.
Speaking of urban dwellers, let's be real for a sec. Affordability. It's the elephant in the room when we talk about a place like Miami. How can anyone who's not, rolling in it even think about living there?
It's a huge issue, no question. There are attempts being made, like the affordable housing projects mentioned at Little Haiti and Wynwood.
But it's a start, I guess. But
Exactly. One housing advocate called it, and I'm paraphrasing here, a drop in the ocean compared to the need. It's going to take more than a few projects. We're talking zoning reform, maybe even rent control, to really make a dent in the issue.
So, listener name, if you're thinking of relocating to Miami and haven't won the lottery yet, might need to get creative. Now, on a lighter note, can we talk about these luxury properties for a minute? I mean, rooftop pools I get, but a rooftop pickleball court, that's next level.
That's Miami luxury for you. It's not just about being expensive. It's about being unique, over the top. It's about catering to a specific buyer, someone who wants what nobody else has.
And what about those changes happening in the office spaces? Downtown Miami, Brickell, those areas.
Things are shifting. We're seeing some traditional businesses downsize their office footprints, maybe due to remote work trends or simply because those rising costs are making them rethink their space.
At the same time, though, you've got tech companies and startups moving in, drawn by Miami's emerging tech scene. It's an interesting dynamic.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder how those changes in the office sector, the whole work from home thing, are impacting the rental market overall.
Right, and the data paints an interesting picture. While Miami itself saw a slight dip in rents recently, Fort Lauderdale, just a bit north, actually experienced an increase. So are people priced out of Miami just going a little further out?
It's a possibility. Plus, Miami's got a lot of new apartment construction coming on long, which could be contributing to that dip in rents. Whether it lasts, though, that's the million-dollar question.
And speaking of big changes, what about these new rules for real estate agents going into effect?
Yeah, they're focused on transparency and protecting buyers and sellers. For instance, there's now a requirement for agents to be more upfront about their fees and any potential conflicts of interest they might have.
Definitely good news for anyone looking to buy or sell in such a hot market. Okay, before we wrap up, I got to mention this story about Shuckers restaurant, saving a local landmark. That's what I like to hear.
It's a feel-good story for sure. And it shows that progress and preservation don't always have to be at odds. The fact that they're keeping the restaurant largely intact while developing around it, that's a win in my book.
Couldn't agree more. So, listener name, as you dig into these articles yourself, you'll find the links in our episode description. We want you to think about this. What do you see as the biggest force shaping Miami real estate right now? Is it the influx of new residents, the changing workplace dynamics, something else entirely? Let us know your thoughts. Until next time.